Hey, what's up, guys? I did an interview with GNCC rider Ben Nelko. Ben works with the Steel City Men's Clinic. That's who I brought on as a new sponsor. A lot of the reason we brought them on is because they helped me get through long COVID. They have helped Ben. They've helped Ben get over a traumatic brain injury and get him back racing. So anyway, guys, I really enjoyed chatting with Ben. I'm going to check up with him periodically and just see how the racing's going and what other types of stuff that the Steel City Men's Clinic's doing to kind of keep him healthy, keep him racing. If you guys haven't checked on some of your blood work or where you need to be supplement wise, I strongly recommend reaching out to the Steel City Men's Clinic. Like I said, they worked miracles for me, and I hope they do for other people too. And they really are cutting edge when they deal with photobiomodulation, with red light therapy, with hormone therapy, human growth hormone, which is what they help me with right now to help recover from my knee replacement. And everybody, they'll build a custom program to what you need. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoy it. And yeah, meet Ben Nelko. All right, guys. So I've got Ben Nelko, who is a current GNCC racer, former arena cross racer, and former and kind of current motocross racer. Do you race much moto anymore, Ben?
Uh, Not anymore. I do some local races whenever I get the time to do it. I quit racing moto and supercross in the end of 2019 and made the switch to off-road.
Nice. So what made you do the switch to off-road?
Um, I felt like in moto and supercross, I kind of reached the highest level that I could, like for myself. I obviously wasn't going fast enough to make the money that I needed to make, and I just wanted to try something new. And I went to my first GNCC in 2020 or maybe the end of 2019, and I did pretty well. So just talked to my parents about it, and we decided to try a season of it.
Nice. Very cool. That's a nice transition. Are you able to make a little bit of money doing the GNCC?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's better than what I was doing with Moto and Supercross, just because I wasn't one of the top guys in those series. Where here, I'm able to win the national enduros and be kind of a contender in the GNCCs.
Nice. No, so we both work with the Steel City Men's Clinic, and they're the ones that kind of put us together. And I'm excited about what they've done for me. And then when I was checking out the logo, I'm like, hey, you got a motocrosser on here. This is Ben. Can you talk about how you got hooked up with the Steel City Men's Clinic and how they've helped you?
Yeah, so well, that was kind of the other reason I quit racing moto. So in 19, I had a pretty big crash and had a pretty bad concussion where I was getting floaters in my eyes. So anytime my heart rate would get up, it would be like black dots coming across my eyes. And I was at a local track that we practiced at called Switchback, and I seen the Steel City banner on the wall, and I called down there and basically told them what was going on with the floaters and everything, because it says on their sign that they do concussion therapy. And before that, I went to maybe 3 or 4 doctors trying to get it figured out, and nothing really worked. And within 10 minutes of walking into the clinic, I mean, it was completely gone. It was pretty crazy because I was about to quit racing, and yeah, I showed up there, and within 10 minutes, they had my feeling way better. No more floaters or anything.
Wow. So without getting into too much specifics, I mean, I don't want you to share your medical history with everybody, but they were able to give you a supplement, or was it like a treatment? What took care of the issue?
They have they have a really good concussion protocol. Just some injectables, and they have a light therapy. I don't really know what it's called. It's this light therapy thing that you lay down in. It's like a coffin with like these.
Photobiomodulation. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's a
don't.
bed. That bed costs about $200,000. Um, that's amazing. I've done it out here at a local place, but if I was near Steel City, I would go use it there. But that's amazing, and the way it that helped your concussions, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, it helps. I still sit in that thing every chance I get. I'm not a huge fan of it because I don't like being just in that little tight area, but it does work. I like it.
For those that don't know, it looks like a tanning bed, but it's got red light bulbs, and you go in it for about what 20 minutes or so,
Yeah,
and yeah, it's amazing. So wow, so it's awesome. What I like about the Steel City and Tracy and the guy and them over there is they're on the cutting edge. They're not just waiting, and they're looking for stuff. And in the motorsports industry, we're so far behind when it comes to concussions and how to deal with them. It blows me away. So that's why I wanted to get you on here and kind of talk about it. So what do you do currently? Do you do some stuff to maintain it? What do you do, or did it cure it?
um, yeah. I mean, it cured it like right. I mean, obviously, I've had other concussions since then, where I'll just call them and tell them I crashed or hit my head, anything, and I can go down there and they fix me up the best they can. I feel like the that light, what is it? I don't really know what
Photo
it's called. That light portal thing.
photobiomodulation.
Um, yeah, I sit in that pretty regularly a lot. I mean, I like that thing. It seems to just relax you so much that it kind of makes everything go away.
Well, and the thing about that is you can buy these red lights that you get on Amazon for $500. They don't even break the surface. The one you're talking about, that bed with those light bulbs, that goes
Yeah.
deep into your joints and reduces inflammation. It has a lot of good possibility. Like it's that's awesome. I didn't know you were doing that. I didn't even know you guys did that. They did it at the Steel City Men's Clinic. They helped me recover from long COVID and just got me a series of supplements and just really helped me recover from that. So, do they help you with racing on a regular basis? Like, do they work supplements that helps with endurance? Because I know when you guys do GNCC, I'm sorry, but it's crazy what you guys do. You guys do like 2 hours, right?
Sorry, you keep cutting out.
Oh,
What,
when you
what
guys
was?
do GNCC, you do like 2 hours, right?
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours? That's insane to me. Like we're talking marathon style. Was it every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks, yeah, and then in between we'll have our second series, which might be a national enduro or a sprint enduro.
So what type of training do you do? Do you do motos? Because I mean, you can't just go ride a bike for 3 hours. You'll ruin your bikes. Like, what do you do?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I don't.
Oh
You
yeah, no
keep.
worries. So to train for a 3 hour race, do
Yeah.
you just go out and ride for 3 hours? Do you do cardio for an hour? Because how do you keep from ruining your bikes?
Um. It's not. We have enough bikes like to worry about the bike stuff. It's more. We do a lot of mountain biking, just like zone 1 and 2 endurance rides on them. And then you'll normally have like 1 or 2 days that are higher heart rate, just sprint days, and it's a lot of recovery too. So um, that's the other thing with Steel City. I got pretty sick in the off season or the beginning of the season just from overtraining, and I went down there and they were able to get me back to normal. I don't know what the issue was. I was just so tired and couldn't really even think straight, get out of bed, and they just help with everything. I think it's a lot of with the training part. You can definitely do too much just because of how long you're racing. So it's kind of like I guess it would be different for everybody. It's a hard question. Me, I do a lot. I think I do a lot less than most people. Um, I try to just ride 3 or 4 days a week and maybe work out once. I try to get most of my training in on the bike.
Nice. So when you okay, so and this is another really common problem in both motocross, supercross. Dudes overtrain themselves. More is
Yeah.
not always better. So when you get sick and you're fatigued,
Mm.
did you go in? Did they take your blood? How did how
Oh, they do. everything. Yeah, they took my blood within, the next day. It might even been that day. They were able to come back and tell me exactly what I was low in, what I what they wanted me to do with the vitamins and all that. And I mean even IVs and yeah, I mean I was feeling better within a couple of days.
Very good. So tell me about your season. How's it going so far this year?
Great actually. I won the full gas sprint and full gas sprint enduro championship in 250 class. Um, right now I'm leading the points in national enduro, so hoping to get that championship wrapped up. And then GNCC, I had some pretty good races, but I also had a couple bad ones, so I think I'm like 10th in points there. So trying to get these last four races, I'm gonna hopefully be able to get on the podium once in one of those last four.
Dude, that's impressive, Ben. So yeah. What do you prefer out of those forms of racing? And I was told you were thinking about doing international.
Yeah, I really wanted to do Ironman National this year, but we just didn't have time to get everything ready. It was kind of short notice, and I was gonna race 450 class, and I just had nothing ready, just suspension, nothing. So I backed out of that, and then yeah. So my favorite series though I would say is National Enduro, which is it doesn't make sense because I came from Moto, which is as fast as you can go, and then National Enduro is the tightest trails you can find.
That. So it's mostly an East Coast series, right? The National Enduro.
Yeah, it goes out to like Oklahoma this year. That's our farthest round, I believe. But yeah,
And
it is an East Coast series. Yeah.
and so being a motocross guy, that came natural to you.
Um. Yeah, it did. I don't really understand how because it's so far. I mean, it's so different compared to anything I've ever done. Um. But I guess there is kind of like some similar things. Like you're just sprinting a lot, so I think it's the like the adrenaline that really helps it. Because like GNCC, I don't really get like excited because I know it's like a 3 hour race, and there's so much time in it where I'm not getting like hyped up like I am in enduro.
I think if you get hyped up in 3 hours, I just don't know that you can make it. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's not that's definitely not my favorite series, GNCC, but not good.
Oh, so where are you headed in the next couple years?
Next couple years,
What's your short-term goals?
um, I don't know. I just I really just kind of made goals for this year. I wanted to win a championship, which I should have two this year as long as everything goes well these last four. I'm gonna move up to 450 class next year, so it's kind of just gonna be a big learning year for me. Not really expecting anything. Them guys are on a different level, so it's gonna take probably a year of me getting beat pretty bad to figure it out.
And how old are you?
26.
26. And how long do you plan on doing this? You plan on riding into your 40s?
As long as Steel City's still around, yeah.
As long as they can keep you healthy, you're going to stay with
Oh,
it.
oh
So
yeah. That
awesome.
that's 40 though. No,
What's
I'll be
that?
done. I'll be done before I'm 40. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what you say. Trust me. When you get closer to that age, it doesn't seem like you're like, oh, well, let's go another year, another year, another year. So as long as you're having fun and enjoying it and being able to make a living, then I would say keep doing it.
Yeah.
Um, Anything else you want to share about Steel City? And then I want to check in with you in a few weeks, or when the season's over, and just see what you're doing in the off season, and maybe how they're setting you up for a program for next year. So
Yeah. Um. Definitely more. I mean, they do more than just the sports side of things. They do weight loss programs. Like my mom's a good example. She's that type of person that comes home from work and sits on the couch, and she went down to the clinic and lost, I think, I want to say like 45 pounds in a couple months. So it's not just a, it's not just a, a sports thing. They help everybody. like anybody that's listening to this could call down there and become a patient. So it's, it's concussions, ED, obviously, um, the weight loss, and yeah. So I don't really know all of it, but Dr. Donaldson and Tracy, they basically run the show there, so they can fill you in on anything I didn't.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, Ben. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for taking some time with me this evening. But I definitely want to check in, like I said, in the off season, and we'll stay in contact because I'm a big fan of Steel City. I'm glad they're a part of my show. I'm glad they're part of your program. And I think there's so many people out there that could use the help. I mean, like you
Yeah,
said, it's not just athletes, it's everybody.
yeah. Anybody can benefit from going down there. That's for sure.
And you don't have to be in, the Pittsburgh area. They do teleconferencing, and I mean, they'll help you no matter where you are. I'm in Vegas and I work with them. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they ship out everywhere, out of the country, everything.
yep,
So,
they're awesome. So, all right, Ben. Well, hey, man, thank you for this evening, and we will definitely chat here in the near future.
all right, thank you.